Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I was trying to do like a cute ponytail moment, and this scrunchie has a bow and it ended up going a little JoJo Siwa, so I kind of had to adjust the outfit so I didn't look like a little girl. Nobody thinks you look like a little girl, you look like a middle-aged woman. I'm kind of just trying stuff with my look, so please don't judge me. Anyways, let's get started. Sorry I haven't posted my perfumes for sale. It's because Mercari really messed with their selling policies and I have to figure out how that's going to work out, but I'll leave more information down below. I don't know if I'm going to continue to sell on there. It's a little bit sketchy. We'll talk later. So today's video, I have some goodies to smell. I got only a travel size of the strawberry letter from Fleur because I was very curious about it. As you can tell by my username on here, I have a strawberry by my name because strawberry and berries in general are my favorite notes. And I was so tempted to get the full size because I'm like, of course I'm gonna love it. It's strawberry. I love berries. And I was so close to ordering the big one, but again, I have 5 full-size fragrances that I could buy for the year, and I'm trying to be really careful and not just buy things not just blind buy things. I also got a travel size of the Skylar's Hair and Body Mist, my favorite scent, Boardwalk Delight, because I want to be able to spray it on my hair and just carry this with me in my purse without carrying a glass bottle in my purse because it's way more likely to break. And also, Be Layered sent me a couple fragrances. They reached out on Instagram and just said if they could send me something. We didn't really discuss anything besides that. I didn't even tell them what to send me. They didn't even tell me what they were going to send me. They just randomly sent me 2 perfumes, and I mean, I'm into that. It's kind of like, surprise, here's something to smell. So I'm excited for that. Then I also ordered some little decants, or the little tiny testers of perfumes that I've been interested in for some time. So we're just going to smell a bunch of new things today. So I'm going to start with, I already kind of smelled this. Obviously, as soon as I got these, I was like ripping them up and just sniffing because I was so excited. So first is Be Layed's Egyptian Mango. I think this is just like I don't think that this is a dupe for anything. This is like one of like their lines. And this smells like a very expensive, luxurious mango perfume. The best way that I could describe this is, you know that rose that's in something like Montel's Intense Cafe? You know that rose? But if you took away the coffee part and added mango instead, like a fruity vibe to that same type of musky, deep rose. So it's very interesting. It's like an elevated, elegant mango perfume. Mango rose perfume. Definitely has some aroma chemicals, and I don't know if it's aroma chemicals or musk, like that white musk that's in perfumes. I probably should have looked up the notes, but I'm definitely getting that white musk, and it's a similar vibe to like the ones in Montel and Mancera, but it definitely has that Mancera Montel type of DNA in here. I believe it's the white musk, but it smells very fancy. Like it smells like if you bought a Montel or Mancera perfume. I kind of really like it. I love everything except for the white musk part, but I still really like it. But the next one that I got is called Kuka? I don't know how you pronounce that. This is so freaking good. It also smells expensive and luxurious. You know, just off smelling it, but it's giving me that vibe of Kilian's, is it Good Girl Gone Bad? Where it's like this creamy, soft, powdery, floral, kind of fruity. But it's like the powderiness makes it very feminine. But it's just kind of giving me the same vibe. I haven't checked the notes on here, but I could tell that there's something like peach or nectarine or something like a fruitiness like that. And it's a creamy fruity. Kind of gives me like flashbacks of something from the early 2000s as well. There's something so creamy, like a fruit salad, because it's like there's this fruit, peach and nectarines or something with florals, but if they were all enveloped in like whipped cream or mousse or something. It doesn't smell like a dupe. I haven't smelled their dupes of other perfumes, but other dupes that I've tried from brands like Dapper and ALT and things like that, I feel like they smell like dupes, like especially when you first spray them. They smell like a cheaper version of an elegant perfume, and it's hard for me to wear perfumes like that, to be honest. Because when I want to feel fancy, I just kind of want the real thing. I don't know if that makes sense. I've talked about that before. But this doesn't smell like a dupe of anything. And maybe it's because it's their own line, or maybe that's how their perfumes smell and I haven't tried other things. But this smells like it's its own thing. And what I mean by they smell like dupes, I have a Dapper one that's an imitation of the Sol de Janeiro. And when you first spray it, it smells kind of alcohol-y and kind of off and weird. And then within a couple minutes, it settles down to a really good dupe. But it just opens up weird. So you really get the sense of like, this is not the real thing because it has a moment. It needs a moment, you know, to come around to be a good dupe. But this already smells good off the bat, right off the bat. And it smells so classy and feminine. And I'm not just hyping these up because they sent them to me, because I don't know how much these are worth, but they're definitely not worth me lying and losing my trust with you guys or my integrity over however much these are worth. As you guys know, I actually don't take any type of like free things for something to say something about them. I have been offered by a couple companies, especially like the main dupe one, that's the most popular one. They wanted me to do this whole like video or talk about their perfumes in a video within like the first 2 minutes for a certain amount of time, and they wanted to see the video before I posted it, and they were just gonna send me some perfumes and they were gonna act like they're my boss or something. Like the whole I need their approval of what I'm gonna say, no thank you. Honestly, like no thank you. I do this as a hobby and for fun, and I don't work for anybody. So just want to make that clear. As you guys can tell, like I'm not here trying to monetize everything. I'm so down to work with brands as long as it doesn't come at a cost of losing my trust, losing the trust that people have in me, and just losing that connection, because I don't want to be a salesman for companies. I came on YouTube to find people to connect with, to share our passion for perfume and other things and beauty and just even like the shopping stuff, the over consumerism stuff. I really feel like I'd rather connect with people, and I'd rather have my people than to sell them things, and I'm just not for sale. Not yet, at least. Maybe one day, maybe if I had millions of followers and they were offering me like hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe, but not for like $50. Just kidding. But anyways, side note, there is a brand that I am kind of interested in working with, because they reached out and I told them that I would be interested as long as it didn't compromise my trust and my integrity. I literally told them that, and they were like, yeah, no problem. We can just send you some samples. You pick what you like, and then you only talk about the things that you like. I'm like, that's genius. That's genius, guys. So maybe that'll be coming up in the future. I cannot get over how good this is. Once it's sprayed, I'm getting like a greener vibe, like a greener nectarine or something like a greener fruit. Honestly, I'll have to be 100% honest. If this perfume cost over $100 and it was a designer or a niche perfume and I tested it, I would order it. I would pay. I have to find what this smells like, but it smells so good. Okay, anyways, that's enough of this. That's enough. Of course, I got Bianco Latte because I have been super curious about Blanco Latte and a few other ones that people probably don't care about, but I have been wanting to try and test for some time. Like, I know that this is one that there's nobody that's like curious about this perfume, but I've been wanting to try Yesterday Haze by Imaginary Authors because of the fig note, because there's a couple perfumes that I really like that have a fig note, but I have an issue when the fig is too green. So I was kind of wanting something a bit sweeter, and from my research, it looked like this could be it. I gotta be very careful not to like fall in love with these and order them right away. I gotta test them out. So far, it kind of smells like candied fig jam. I know that Imaginary Authors has a lot of woodiness behind their perfumes, like in the dry down, and almost this like, it's like a synthetic woodiness to them. I know because I had a lot of issues with Whiff of Waffle Cone having that synthetic weirdness to it. This kind of smells like a slightly milky fig, but I'm getting that same kind of milkiness that I didn't like in Whiff of Waffle Cone, but mixed with something that I really, really like. Yesterday Haze. I like it. I don't love it. It has that weird Imaginary Authors DNA that I don't think I love. So it's just like this slight thing that's in there. And see, I also had In Love with Everything by Imaginary Authors because it's like, I think it has a raspberry note, and this is the main one that I wanted to try by them because of that raspberry note. I love the raspberry note, but it's definitely very synthetic and like plastic-like. It almost smells like raspberry scented stickers from the 90s, like a raspberry shampoo. It's good. It's not like it's a love at first sniff, but I love berries, so I love the berry part. It's not giving like niche or expensive, which their perfumes are not known for that. They're kind of very like hipster vibe. So it's kind of giving me like that kind of vibe, like a hipster vibe. So it almost smells like raspberry incense or like a raspberry. What are those like cigars called that people smoke that are flavors? Something mild? It's kind of giving me like that, like raspberry scented, artificially raspberry scented hipster thing. Very like synthetic, but I don't dislike it. I like it better, I think, than the fig one. Okay, so next, another one that I've been very, very curious about because a lot of people on the internet talk about this, and this is Rosé All Day by Gallagher Fragrances. I believe this has a stainless steel note or metallic note, and I was very curious about that. Most people say that they don't pick up a lot of it, but that it just kind of adds something interesting to the fragrance, and some people are like, ew, that's disgusting. It smells like straight up metal. So I just wanted to see for myself. That's weird. I feel like I'm smelling something cold. It does have like a cold vibe to it. I mean, only because I know there's supposed to be a stainless steel note or something like that. But yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of feel like it smells like, it doesn't feel cold, but it smells like a note that's cold. No, I'm getting metal, like metal. The rose is not, it's like a nice soft rose too though. It smells like a niche perfume, like a unique, I'm kind of getting a very ambery vibe though, which I can see why people are in love with it because I noticed that people like go hard for amber fragrances. When there's amber in there and they love amber, they will love them and feel like intoxicated by it. And I think a lot of people have that with amber. Okay, that like metallic note I feel like was only at the top, and then now it's definitely like an ambery rose fragrance. And powdery. It's kind of creamy. It seems like a well-balanced fragrance, but it definitely smells unique. I kind of like it. It's like a nice, soft, unique rose fragrance. Next is Dama Bianca by Xerjoff, and I'm obviously trying this because of Jackie from Jack's Beautiful You. She absolutely loves this fragrance, and I've always wanted to know what that smells like because I think she's gone through like a small bottle and got a bigger one. She's obsessed with this fragrance. She always talks about it, and we have such similar fragrance taste. I already have a headache from all this. I should not be taking on this much smells in one day. I can't do it anymore. I'm too weak for that. What? Not what I was expecting. Like the original whiff, it was kind of giving me like white gummy bears. It's very, very fruity. I think, what was the note she talks about? Is it kumquat? It's so fruity and juicy. For some reason, I was expecting something more mature because she has like very elegant woman taste. And it opens up so fruity, and I love that. I wonder what it dries down to. Because it's Xerjoff, I don't know, I wasn't expecting like a juicy fruit at the opening. It's so unique, but this smells expensive for sure. It smells like an expensive fruity perfume. I can see why she likes it. I can see how it would be addicting to smell like this because it's kind of fresh, kind of creamy, kind of fruity. It's not too serious, but it's definitely like not trying too hard. Elevated, fruity. And there's something like a shampoo-y element to it, like the fruitiness and the shampooiness to it, that I feel like this would be a good signature scent for somebody who has like a low-key, soft girl kind of vibe, you know? Like florals are obviously very sophisticated and like they're a lot. They're very dressed up. I could see this being like somebody's signature scent whose style is very minimalistic and just like relaxed. This is really good. Dang it. I almost wish I hadn't smelled that because it's out of my price range. Oh, dang it. That's freaking good. I have 3 more to smell and I have a headache already. Let's see. I'll do this Skylar's Hair and Body Mist. Dang, I'm already feeling even a little dizzy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't know what it is. I think there's probably less alcohol or no alcohol. So I'm getting like a more powdery version. I mean, it's the same smell minus the alcohol vibe. So I kind of like it more. More cotton candy maybe? I mean, there's definitely alcohol, but I'm just not getting a lot of it. It smells more like the oldest version that I have of Skylar's Boardwalk Delight. I got it when it first launched, and I have a tiny bit of like the first formulation of it, and that one smells the powderiest, and I kind of love that about it. The newer ones I feel like still need a little bit more time. I love it. It almost smells like cotton candy, kind of like bubble gum. It has vanilla, it has some coconut milk. So creamy, so delicious. I freaking love it. I'm gonna throw this in my purse. And they actually had a sale when I got this that it was like 2 for $40 or something like that, and I had some points, so I got like 2 of these for the price of 1. So I had to, so I could use up those points too. I'm gonna throw this in my purse, and I'm very, very excited to have it because it's the smell that I already know I love. Like, I'm not even like taking any chances, you know? All right, so next is Strawberry Letter, and I can already tell you guys my opinion on this because I already wore it once. I just got the little travel, and honestly the bottle is like a nice little travel bottle. It's like heavy duty. It's not like those cheapy flimsy ones, but also it even comes in a little cute case if you did want to throw it in your purse, even with the box. It's very cute. It also came with the free little mascara and a free little lip balm, and it also came in a little nice canvas pouch, so the experience was very, very nice. It's giving luxury. The perfume actually smells a lot like it's a nice strawberry opening, but it doesn't really stay strawberry, and it's not like as fruity as you would think. It's a lot like Burberry Her Intense. Intense is a discontinued fragrance, so if you missed out on that, or if you're curious about it, or if you want more of it, it's very, very similar to Burberry Her Intense, where it's like these deep berries, but it also has this aroma chemical. It smells kind of like artificial, maybe a tiny bit of that Baccarat Rouge DNA, but not really. It's kind of doing its own thing. It's this really interesting berry-like perfume, and if you've smelled Burberry Her Intense, it's very, very similar. Another perfume that I find somewhat similar to Burberry Her Intense is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. Just something about like the base notes in it is kind of similar, even though the fruitiness might be a different kind of fruit. I still find them somewhat similar. So this is giving me that vibe. But the closest thing that I've smelled like this is definitely Burberry Her Intense. So I'm really, really glad that I got this. I like pairing Burberry Her Intense and this one and Burberry Her with a fruitier perfume, like a berry, a fresh berry or a creamy berry, even something like Strawberry Pound Cake by Bath & Body Works, or any yummy gourmand berry. I like pairing it because something about this kind of DNA is a bit too serious and like aroma chemical for me, but not an aroma chemical that I can't do. I can do it. It's just intense for me. Like, it's a very intense type of smell. So I do like to blend it with something a bit fruitier, softer, and easier on the nose. The base is Earthy Woods, tonka bean, and sugared amber. I'm guessing it's that sugared amber that gives it that base that I'm talking about, maybe. So I like it. It's not an absolute love for me, and I also have Burberry Intense. So to me, it's very similar. But I'm still really, really happy to have this, and I don't need a full bottle for now. So I will not be counting this towards my 5 perfumes that I have for the year, or the body mist, or these samples, or these free perfumes that I got from Be Layered. So maybe it's cheating. I don't know. I guess I make the rules, right? Since it's my no buy, my low buy. Anyway, so last but not least, I'm going to smell Bianco Latte. This is the one I'm the most excited for. First impression, I'm so glad that I didn't blind buy a bottle. I forgot, somebody told me that it kind of smells, oh, it was Dr. Claire Smith. She said that it was giving her like Montal Mancera vibes, and I'm so glad she told me that, because that was when I was like, no, I'm not buying that perfume. So far, I'm kind of getting chocolate. Is there supposed to be chocolate? No, right? I think it's supposed to be milk. It's almost giving me like chocolate greedy, or just like a chocolate perfume. At least it has that like synthetic base that a lot of chocolate perfumes have, that very gourmand, milky, chocolate milk vibe. But it's kind of giving me a bit of a synthetic vibe. I've also smelled like 10 things before I've smelled this, so you definitely can't trust what I'm smelling. I can't trust what I'm smelling. It's just a first impression, but it's not giving me $150 worth. Sorry. I'm kind of getting caramel, I'm getting something milky, maybe chocolatey, but there's just a synthetic powdery base that I find in a lot of chocolate perfumes. That's so weird. Why am I getting chocolate when everybody else is getting caramel milk? Okay, I know what it smells like. And I decluttered a perfume by a brand called Shabaoud or something like that. And it was called Leite Biscuit. Leite Biscuit. Cookie milk. Milk and cookies. And it smells a lot like that. I mean, I still kind of want this. I still kind of want it. I think if I didn't have some of the perfumes that I have, I would want this. But right now, I have Chocolate Greedy, I have Late Concentrate, and a couple other milky perfumes, and I'm kind of set when it comes to this. It doesn't smell that much different. I also heard that this smells close to another perfume called Dulce by Rosie Jane or something like that, and I think I have a sample of it somewhere, so I'll have to compare later. But for right now, it smells good. I don't love it. I don't feel like I need it immediately. Bianco Latte is nice. It does have just a tiny bit of that like artificial milky vibe to it. But I'll have to come back and maybe find a couple comparisons. I'll try that Dulce. Maybe I'll do a comparison video on those. My favorite was definitely Be Layer's Cuca, Dama Bianca, and of course my favorite is gonna be Boardwalk Delight by Skylar. But that's it for now. Those are my favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys in my next video. If you smelled some of these or love some of these or are interested in some of these, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one you think I should buy a full-size bottle of. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye. Hakuna Matata.